You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil, Born Again. And iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.
Sonoro presents the Chisme Corner with V. Rivera, the podcast where cultura, motherhood, and pop culture collide. I'm V. Rivera, your host and your honorary homegirl, bringing you raw combos, healing moments, and a little bit of spicy chisme every week. Catch the Chisme Corner with V. Rivera, an original podcast series from Sonoro, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Picture this. It's late at night and you're scrolling through your feeds when all of a sudden you see it. That one product you've been looking for. You click on the link, add to your cart, maybe even shop around a little more before finally hitting checkout. As you're filling in your address, you realize you don't have your card anywhere. That's when you see it. That purple pay button that has all your info already saved, making checking out as easy as a simple tap of your screen.
See less carts go abandoned and more sales go with Shopify and their Shop Pay button. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/GoTouchGrass. Go to shopify.com/GoTouchGrass. That's shopify.com/GoTouchGrass.
You got mail.
Hi, I'm Million Tamaras.
And I'm Alise Morales.
And this is
Go Touch Grass.
The podcast where we log in.
So you can log off.
Alise and I are two chronically online comedians, and on this pod, we break down the week in internet discourse, viral memes, TikTok trends, and niche influencer drama so that you can do literally anything else.
And if you like what you hear today and you want to hear more, we've got a Go Touch Grass Patreon with tons more content weekly, access to our Discord community, and our spin-off series Search History, where we go back and break down a viral discourse from the past. Our Patreon this week was voted on by our $10 patrons, and we break down all of the Lindy West polyamory drama. We literally talked. We solved it. We talked for 2 hours. This conversation will eventually go on the free feed, but you're not getting the full 2 hours on the free feed. Only the $10 patrons are getting the full 2 hours of us talking about polyamory and Lindy West and millennial writings and millennial feminism. There was a lot.
There was a lot. We did a lot. I think we did solve it. I think we figured it all out. We let it all on the line. We tied in our personal experiences.
Oh yeah, our personal lives are discussed. Our personal lives are brought up.
Our personal lives are discussed, and this is not a one article thing. We're talking about a month of infrastructure and reality show for people who went to a liberal arts institution.
Absolutely. So you can get all of that on the Patreon right now if you sign up at the $10 level.
Also, check us out on YouTube, where we have full video episodes up every week with extra moments you didn't get in the audio. Again, I'm very loose with it. I'm adding in everything. And then a lot of times we'll have to cut things from the audio because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But on video, it all makes sense. So
on video, it's popping. On video, you can see everyone's expressions. There's just something different.
It's
two different mediums.
About video.
It's
two different mediums. Be sure to check out our website, GoTouchGrassPodcast.com, for all things Grass Nation. We'll be posting merch soon, so check out that.
Be on the lookout for that. We have to update the website, but we're gonna update the website, and when it's updated, there will be merch there.
There will be merch. There will be blood, but today there will not be a guest.
No.
just us.
True.
There will be
True,
merch,
wow.
there will be blood, no guests.
No guests.
No guests today.
No guests.
So it's just us yapping. It's just us
Mhm.
yapping about the topics, which I have to say, just a reminder again, we blur the lines. This isn't a chat pod. It's not a chat pod.
We're a drama channel.
We're a drama channel. But ultimately, it's our opinions and it's our voices. You will hear from it. And you might not agree with everything, and that's okay.
We don't always agree.
We don't always
sometimes
agree.
We sometimes we disagree, in fact.
Yeah, you're firmly Team Blake. I'm kind of Team Val.
I'm immediately like, I would not categorize myself in that way. I just think that she kind of won the thing. Whatever. Anyway.
Exactly. But just to remind you guys, sometimes, we're not, this ain't the New York Times. We're not trying to be objective. We bring in and we'll say it too.
No.
We'll say it.
We'll say it.
So I just want to say we're yapping about things. And today, this week, I will say sometimes it's like, fuck, what are we going to talk about? There's
a lot.
Very rarely. This week, there was a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot. And I'm just going to say I had to make the editorial decision, the executive decision.
Okay.
That Drewski versus Erica Kirk needs its own Patreon. It needs its own Patreon thing. Like, that cannot be, we're talking the fallout. So I'm going top line, sentence. Top line. Drewski, Black comedian, like one of the, you know what I mean? And he makes
enormously famous, enormously huge online,
Black
really, really
comedian,
influential.
Made a sketch, and Erica Kirk, wife of slain conservative influencer Charlie Kirk,
who I've been to a party with. I've been to a party with Erica Kirk because of the Summer House of it all. Yeah,
but you have to say you were on an episode of Summer House, and it was a Summer House party.
I wasn't really on. Basically, I went to a Summer House party because two of my former coworkers were on a season of Summer House. Yeah, one of them,
the reality show. It's like a reality show.
The reality show on Bravo,
and it's like a famous house where they have big parties.
Yes. Exactly. So I went to one of the parties, and one of my coworkers pulled me aside. Basically, one of the coworkers is male, one of the coworkers is female. I'm just going to say one of them's Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah
obviously.
Berner,
Hannah Berner is one of them. Hannah's actually not really involved other than that we get to the party, and I'm like, oh, how have things been? How are things with Jordan Veroy is the other person on this season. This is all public information. I was like, oh, how's Jordan? Because he used to work with us too. And she was like, oh, he's good. His plotline this season is that he's Christian and he's dating this really Christian girl. And then she points this woman out to me, who's the Christian girl that's dating Jordan. I never actually met her, but I did lay eyes upon her.
No,
that woman
Alise.
is Erica Kirk.
Stop.
That woman is Erica Kirk. And Erica Kirk has appeared on Summer House. People forget this because she goes around and she's like, she kind of tries to be like, Charlie's the first guy I ever dated. No, she dated Jordan Veroy on Summer House, and me and her were at the same party.
And that's what New York is. That's what the Hamptons are. That's how life is. I do have to say, like, that story, you need to always lead with the details. You cannot just straight up say, I was at a party
with Erica Kirk.
You can't
Clip
just say that, Alise.
Clip it.
No, don't clip that. For the love of fucking God. We're still getting called misogynistic psyops because we said Chappell Roan was kind of rude to somebody.
Should I accept the collab on our own clip of me saying I was at a party with Erica Kirk?
I'll tell you, bitch,
I was at a party in the Hamptons with Erica Kirk.
I'll tell you, bitch, I'm absolutely not. I'll absolutely not. And we'll get to that later. But I'm saying, okay, the Erica Kirk-Drewski thing needs its own episode because, again, this has started parody law. A parody law has been invoked.
Mm-hmm.
We have fake AI lawsuits, statements, interviews, and Drewski has been outed for, quote, having a white granddaddy.
White granddaddy allegations. White granddaddy allegations.
It gets crazy. So I called it. We're not covering it on the main feed, maybe later, but if you're wondering what's going on, there's that. Okay, software.
Yeah, and we're not ignoring it.
And we're
saying
not
that we need to
ignoring it.
do it. We need to give it the proper
Things need
deference.
air. We needed 2 hours to get through the Lindy thing.
Yeah.
That can't be a segment.
No.
That can't be a segment. It has to be its own
Sometimes
thing.
things go deeper.
Sometimes things go deeper. Well, our software update. So let's just start off. Software update. Software update is our segment of the show where we, willingly or unwillingly update you on previous topics. Kind of with or without your consent. And our software update is about our favorite parentheses, not really, looks maxer, clavicular, 20-year-old Braden Peters.
Braden. Wow.
Very,
he's a Braden.
Very 20.
Wow.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
Okay.
Braden, Jaden, Aiden, Jalen. Did you see that?
I think his status as a Braden is really important. I think it's important that we know that he's a Braden.
In the way that Lena Dunham may or may not be a voice of millennial, like a Braden.
A voice of a generation.
A
Braden.
A Braden.
A Braden of a generation? That's something.
A Braden of a generation. Anyway, Braden is an influencer who prioritizes looking good. Looks maxer. He was arrested in Florida this past weekend. And no, at least before you say what you're thinking.
Okay.
He is not arrested for the viral video of him and his friends unleashing a barrage of bullets at alligator. Apparently the alligator it's not clear if the alligator was or was not dead before. I think the alligator was dead, and then basically Clavicular unleashed a clip on it. That's not why he was arrested. That is currently under investigation with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. So just responses right there. I'll just hold space for that.
So, I mean, every time we have to hear about Clavicular, I learn about things that are so cursed. I learn about people who hit themselves in the face with hammers and that he takes meth to lose weight. I guess if there's anywhere I would expect that you would be allowed to unload a clip into a maybe dead alligator, it would be Florida.
I know, but not really.
No, but you're not allowed. It's not actually allowed.
Gator laws
are
they
serious.
They don't play with that.
Gator laws are serious.
Yeah.
I hope the situation comes to light and he's brought to justice.
Well, again, he was arrested in Florida, not for that.
Not for that. That's under investigation. We'll find out more about that.
We'll find out more about that.
Certainly we will.
But the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has made it known that they are looking into this incident.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that Clavicular, again, live streams all of this.
He live streamed it.
Live stream it. And you can go on TikTok right now and find 15 videos of it. No, this arrest was on Thursday night. He was arrested on misdemeanor battery charge related to a fight earlier this year between his girlfriend and another influencer.
Okay.
All right, Alise, lock in.
Okay, this is the first time we're hearing about Clavicular's girlfriend.
Her name is Violet Lentz, and she's 24 years old and also an influencer.
Okay, I'm praying for her. I'm adding her to my prayer circle.
Well, you got to pray for them all because this is what I've gathered from the report. So there's Violet Lentz, who's 24, and she's an influencer. And there's 19-year-old Jenny Popich, who is also an influencer. Okay. So from what I've gathered, Millie Tamarez is on the fucking ground trying to understand what the fuck these people are doing.
Okay.
From what I gathered, Violet and Jenny are both fucking Clav, right?
Okay.
Violet is his girlfriend. You will hear some things saying that she's his baby mama. I don't think that she's pregnant. I think it's just a moniker that they give or to assign a higher value. It's what
that she's like a higher level of like whatever.
Yeah, so maybe in the Lindy West case it would be a primary partner.
Right.
But in this
if we're using woke poly language, she's his primary.
Yeah, but who knows, right? So, okay.
And maybe this other girl is his secondary.
I put side chick, but yes. Okay.
That's another way to say it.
Yeah.
That's another way to say it.
So I think that perhaps Jenny is aware. From what I surmised, I think that Jenny was aware of a presence of Violet. Like, again, you have to be really deep in the Clav lore to know that Clav has a girlfriend. Because his whole thing is like, and again, I think it's primary and that like maybe when they're together, they have sex and they have some kind of contact and a relationship, but he also is free to sleep around with other, the gamble that all these women that date manosphere guys do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially for clout and streaming and like, okay, well, if I say I'm Clav's girlfriend, I'll get more screen time and he has more follow. It's shit. Like, it's sick. It's weird.
And I also wonder if he feels that for his own brand, he needs to seem like he's single, actually, because it honestly reminds me, it's famously when the Beatles first became famous, John Lennon had his first wife.
Yeah.
And they had to hide her because it was like, you have to all four of you have to seem like you're available. You have to be like, whatever. And I'm like, I kind of wonder if it's the same principle, even that women deal with online. Like, I've had influencer friends of mine that I've talked to say that the reason they don't post their boyfriends isn't even the like, is having a boyfriend embarrassing stuff that we've talked about. It's because you lose followers if you post the boyfriend, because a lot of your followers are unfortunately men who want to think that you're available. So I wonder if Clav also feels like there's some sort of calculation with his brand that he wants the benefits of having a girlfriend, which there are many, but he also wants to seem like publicly it's not clear what his relationship status is.
Yeah, and again, I think that is just like a thing with like, you see even that with like K-pop and all this stuff about like they have to pretend. So that can be something too. It's also like if your looks maxer, like, and your whole thing is assigned on value, like it puts this pressure to like, well, I have to sleep with as many people as possible to like prove that. Look, so it's a lot of shit.
He has to prove that there's a reason why he's hitting himself in the face with a hammer
and doing meth and hitting people with.
Yeah, he's like, it's working. He has to be like, it's working. When I hit myself in the face with a hammer, I get girls.
Exactly. And the girls sleep with him. Maybe they like him. Maybe this, whatever. Like, you know, and also for clout. Like, they're like,
yeah, I know. There's a
sad thing.
Truth there.
And we got to talk about it because we can talk all about young boys and being misled and manosphere, but we got to bring in our daughters and say,
our young girls
and say, get the fuck away from all this shit. But listen to this, Alise. So I think Jenny knows of Violet. Anyway, all of them are in Orlando. I guess there's like something going on in Orlando, and they're all like kind of in the same vicinity.
Already bad news when your girlfriend and your side chick are all in Orlando. Like that, just cosmically, something's gonna happen. If you bring both your bitches to Orlando, something's gonna happen.
And again, Clav is live streaming everything. Like, again, live stream produced reality show. So I guess from what I've surmised, Clav is texting Jenny, the side chick, at like 3 a.m. and tells her come over or like whatever. And I wonder if it's flirty and like the implication was to hang out. Jenny gets there and Vicky is there to beat her ass. And she's like, why are you here? I'm here with my man, whatever. So they start recording the confrontation. They take Jenny's phone so she doesn't like whatever, because she said she's going to call the police. And basically they start fighting it, videotaping it. Clav is fighting. And it's like this. Not fighting, laughing.
Okay, Clav I was like, in laughing. What way is Clav fighting?
No, sorry. Clav is not fighting. Clav is stepping back and he's basically like
he's laughing. Like, so he's jester gooning.
He's not even because it's like
because they are jester gooning because they're making him laugh. Sorry,
yeah,
I just need to remember how everything works.
I think like in a way I could see this as like an orchestrated confrontation that they're doing like for views and for clicks. So again, here's a video like kind of recapping the incident from this is from February, from when this video happened.
Okay.
So let's watch it. This is like one of these random AI news things. Who even knows? But they recapped this the best, and you can actually see footage of the girls too. So.
Okay.
Clavicular may finally be going to prison. Jenny Poppart has publicly accused Clavicular, claiming she was set up and violently attacked. She revealed that Clavicular invited her to his home, but once she arrived, he arranged for his girlfriend to attack her. During the incident, Jenny tried to seek help, but Clavicular's security was ordered not to intervene. She was beaten with no ability to defend herself, and the violence continued without anyone stepping in to stop it. Jenny later released the audio of the fight, allowing everyone to hear her pain and helplessness. Jenny stated that she would not tolerate such behavior and has reported the incident to the police, vowing to hold Clavicular accountable. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. Jenny revealed that there are more details yet to be exposed behind this situation. She firmly believes that this was not a random act of violence, but rather a deliberate act of retaliation by Clavicular. On social media, people are discussing the motives behind the incident. Some believe Clavicular's actions were a momentary loss of control, but many others are beginning to question whether this was an act of revenge after long-held grudges.
Okay. I mean, everyone involved in this is so young too, especially the girl who got attacked, basically, looks really young. I believe 100% that they decided to set this up for a streaming related thing. I think that Miss Primary is Miss Primary because she's the one who's down to do this type of shit.
Yeah.
And they lured a 19-year-old who's probably like, I mean, her brain isn't cooked. No one's brain is cooked really here, but it's like, these are people who don't respect women fundamentally. So the status of one of them being the side chick versus the primary immediately these are the types of people who think like, okay, we can humiliate you. We can do whatever we want to you because you're a hoe or whatever the fuck. So I'm sure that they realized that this fight would go really viral, raise his profile. Now look, Clav has women who are fighting over him and blah, blah, blah. And instead of honestly just being like, Jenny, do you agree to do this whole fucking thing staged?
Yeah.
They actually beat this girl up, which is crazy.
What's happening is that these streamers want to get attention and keep attention, and they keep these streams on and they want shit to happen. And they're kind of producing these events, but they are like letting it go out of control. It's like they're reinventing the wheel of like, yes, people love to see trios and love triangles and fighting out, but that's why you get consent from everybody, which means like, I'm sure if he offered, yo, can you pretend to confront my girlfriend for $1,000? Let's all sign.
The girlfriend you already know about.
Exactly. Or something like that. But like, these guys are doing it backwards. From what I see, like, again, it's again, like, you're not doing things the right, correct way that gives everyone dignity and humanity, you know? Which is exactly like,
because they don't believe.
Yeah, they don't believe that this girl does, like, oh, she's a clout chaser, she'll be fine. It's like, no. Although, like, I will say from the videos that I seen, I'm not gonna say that this isn't traumatizing or horrific or anything. It looked like two like teen high school girls like fighting. It didn't get like, they weren't like stomping. It just got like just a tussle or something. But it's like, you can't do that. You can't.
No, you can't do that.
You can't do
that. And
it's
also scary. Imagine her showing up and realizing you're like part of a setup, and that part of that setup is to like do harm to you, even if it's ultimately minor harm.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like, well, what the fuck is gonna happen next? Like, these people will do anything. Like,
for clicks.
Oh my God, I've been lured to this house by my like lover to get beat up. That's scary. And it's just like, yeah, just fucking fake the whole thing then, dude.
Yeah.
Like, bring her in on it. Have it all be above board. Like, do what reality TV does.
Exactly.
And get, you know what I mean?
People will fight. Like, that's the thing is like,
Jerry Springer and shit, like, people will know. People will fight even if they know it's a setup. So, like, just bring the girl in on it, I guess. If this is what you really need.
If you really need, like, that's what we're doing at this point with all of these guys, is they're making a reality show. And they're making a self-produced reality show, but at the bottom it's misogyny. But it's like, if you just want a reality show of like a guy who's working out and doing his thing and having sex with a bunch of girls and all that stuff, like, I'm sure you can find a lot of people who will buy in. Baddies records East, West, Houston, whatever.
Yeah.
Everything, like Real Housewives of Rhode Island, New Jersey, like, people will buy in, but like they need to be let in, and like there needs to be some parameters and stuff, but they're whatever. So
No.
what happened later is that when the police came, neither Peters nor Lentz, the girlfriend, or Clavicular, spoke to deputies about the incident. And basically, the detectives from Osceola Sheriff's Office completed their investigation. They had to review the videos and talk to the witness, like, because Clav wouldn't even talk to the police about it.
These guys are so stupid. Like, they think that they're so slick and they can do whatever. And it's like, hey, so you just posted a video of yourself shooting an alligator like 100 times. And also, like, there's a domestic dispute. All of it's on video. Like, do you want to talk to us?
And they're like, no, we don't.
Yeah. He's probably got pockets full of meth. Just like, you're a fucking fool.
So the girlfriend was arrested on misdemeanor battery charge. The biggest T, though, is the mugshot said he's 5'11". And he's famously telling everyone he's 6'2".
Yes!
So
Got him! Got him! You stupid bitch! Got him!
Roasting him. I will say this, though. When I was arrested as a kid in Florida, they listed me as white. So I have to say, like, I have to keep journalistic integrity. Do I trust the Florida Police Department to not humiliate, to not do something fucked up? Like, I don't know.
That's a very iconic Millie lore drop for you to say. When I was arrested as a child in Florida, they listed me as white. And then for us to move forward into like the rest of the conversation we were having.
Like, we can't even. Like, we can't.
We have to do this Drewski episode. We have to do. We can't get into Millie being arrested as a child in Florida and being listed as white.
We cannot get into it. So for Discourse, the Discourse today, you know, sometimes things happen and news, and again, like, this podcast is like kind of 24 hours. Like, we're ingesting the internet and kind of thinking up what we're going to talk about. As soon as we hit like end recording, shit's popping off, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes we see stories and we get inspired to do something. I was inspired to make this piece of art yesterday. Shout out to the man on the spectrum on YouTube who made the tutorial about how to change your voice on GarageBand.
Oh, neurodivergent men making YouTube GarageBand tutorials is the backbone of this podcast.
Yes.
We owe them so much. It's like mom TikTok investigators and neurodivergent guys who make GarageBand tutorials on YouTube. We owe you fucking everything.
Yes, just everything. And also, I just will say this. This is kind of where I'm going to go with this. I might make a bit about it. I'm pretty fucking serious. I'm like, if men want to be content creators, you have to learn a trade first. I don't want to just hear your thoughts. You need to show me how to unclog a toilet, cut some onions. Like, we need some practical things first.
Yes.
And then you can hit record.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear what you think about fucking...
Show me how to make a track fade out on GarageBand. And then we can talk about your feelings or whatever.
Change the oil in my car. I'm just saying generally, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, the whole point of everything is that, Alise, this story this week got me to make this track. I'm going to play it for you right now.
MAGA allegations, MAGA allegations, MAGA allegations, MAGA allegations, MAGA allegations, MAGA allegations, MAGA allegations.
Powerful.
Yeah,
very powerful.
That distress, that thing. And if you can't hear, basically it's me saying MAGA allegations. And that is what the discourse today is all about. MAGA allegations to a certain pop star. So this week, TLC, like, how do I even start? A member of TLC has MAGA allegations, and if you don't know, and then here we fucking go and get on this ride. TLC, MAGA allegations. So if you don't know who TLC is an American girl group formed in 1990 from Atlanta, Georgia. And the group is made up of 3 members, Tion T-Balls Watkins, Lisa Left Eye Lopes, and Rosanda Chili Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
The group enjoyed their success in the 1990s, even a little bit in the 2000s, and with 9 top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, including 4 #1 singles, Creep, Waterfalls, No Scrubs, and Unpretty. They sold,
just
like,
some of the great, like, the tip-top hits of all time. And R.I.P.
Lisa Left Eye Lopes, exactly.
Yeah. Who burned her boyfriend's house down, I think?
Yeah, but, you know.
We'll get into that at a different time. I'm not saying she did anything wrong. I'm saying she burned her boyfriend's house down. I'm not passing judgment. She didn't burn
the boyfriend's house down. I think it was like she wanted to set his shoes on fire, and then it got crazy. I don't know. But he was... Who among us?
Like we said, who among us? It's not to pass judgment. To pass judgment.
Anyway, they sold over 60 million records worldwide. They're one of the 5 best American girl groups of all times. Huge, 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 huge. So the MAGA allegations start. On March 12th, Chili reposted on Instagram an altered image of the Obamas alongside text falsely claiming that Michelle Obama had registered to vote as a male. So she is, again, like, so let me show you the screenshots because this is crazy.
Wow.
So this is Chili's Instagram. You can see her reposts.
Oh, wow. So it's a repost. Yeah.
Repost. So
okay.
You can see other people's content and just hit repost on your thing. And she reposted this. And so can you read this?
Yeah. Okay. So it's from, first of all, it's attributed to an organization called Red Pill Press.
Yep.
So let's talk about that first and foremost. It lists itself as double check, fact checked, which is extremely
I know.
funny.
What the fuck does that mean?
And it says Michelle Obama registered to vote as a man in 1994, according to Illinois State Board of Elections. And then it has an altered photo that is like a famous photo of Barack and Michelle when they were younger, but it's heavily altered to make Michelle look like a man. Like her jaw is made crazy and all this stuff. And then there's a fake image of this supposed registration. I mean, this is a classic fucked up Republican old person post.
Yeah. It's a fact. It's again not a new accusation. This is a conspiracy theory targeting Michelle Obama, and it's been fueled by misinformation, manipulated photos, and out of context quotes, often carrying transphobic, sexist, and racially charged undertones aimed
it's
at...
racist. They're trying to say that the first Black first lady is actually a man. It's racist.
And again, it's been debunked. There's no credible evidence supporting them. Michelle Obama addressed the rumors herself in her best-selling memoir, Becoming. Chile fucking reposted it, and then everyone's posting it on Demois, Fumois, like Lipstick Alley. Everyone's talking about, and it starts going on Reddit, and people are like, "What the fuck? This is really weird. What's going on?" Then, on March 28th, Midas Touch Network releases this post that got 2 million views on Twitter. Midas Touch Network is like pro-democracy news outlet. It's kind of like, I don't want to say like left-wing, but it's like more left than like MSNBC.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I feel like I've seen the name Midas Touch, whatever, but that a name like that, it could be fucking anything.
No, it's these guys that want to do like basically a democratic and a left-wing content farm, but not content farm. But it's like they just like their goal is to produce as much like left and not even left, like just do democratic, whatever. So on March 28th, they posted this post that says, TLC's Chili's, known for her vocals on Waterfalls and No Scrubs, has been exposed for donating to MAGA Republicans to fund Trump's campaign in 2024. She recently posted a MAGA conspiracy theory on Instagram that claims Michelle Obama was formerly a man. So they posted that on Twitter with an exclusive article where it's like, basically, because of this repost, they start looking into Chili's shit. And they find records that show that during the 2024 election cycle, she donated money to Trump's political action committees, the National Republican Senatorial Committee, which seeks to keep the GOP in control of Congress, and she donated to Senator Ted Cruz.
You got Ted Cruz in there?
Yeah. What Midas Touch found is contributions amounting to just under $900. I think it's like if it's over $1,000, it has to be reported or something. I don't know. But $800 were going to Trump, 63 go to the NRSC, and $7 goes to Ted Cruz.
Wow. I wonder what prompted her to donate $7 to Ted Cruz.
Well, Alise, she says that she didn't donate to them.
Oh.
She says she put, so she's getting flamed.
Yeah.
She's getting flamed. And she says she has a lot to say, but basically, well, we'll see. Listen, how about this? How about you see what her counterclaims are and you tell me what you think? So first, I'm going to have you read the text post that she posted along with a video that went to TMZ. But this is the text post, and Alise, read the text post.
Okay, this is interesting because there is a level of graphic design to this.
Yes.
It's like a purple back. Like this, I was expecting it to be like an Instagram story that's screenshotted, and it's not. This is like a graphic that was made.
Yeah.
This is in all caps. I want to be clear. I am not MAGA and do not support any of the many policies that are causing great harm to the American people. I made a mistake too many make. I did not read the fine print. I thought I was supporting causes against human trafficking and for veterans, two things I deeply care about, as my dad is a veteran and everyone knows I love children. Chapel, listen up.
Chapel, I know.
Chapel?
Second pop star who wants to
Get
say,
out of bed.
I love children. Get out of bed, Chapel.
Get out of bed, Chapel. Make a graphic. Okay, there's more to this. I have learned a valuable lesson and ask for grace as I navigate this. Love, Chili. And like it's like a little signature and then a heart emoji. Okay. I made a mistake too many make. I didn't read the fine print is hard to swallow because the headline of the thing she reposted is the bad part. And so it's hard.
You're already having trouble with that. You're already having trouble with the assertion that it was...
It's hard to call the headline the fine print.
So you're having trouble. Okay. Okay. Well, again, she asserts this is a 2-minute and 40... So she makes this 2-minute and 40-second video that gets released. And she explains more. So...
Okay, because what I will say, what I could potentially understand is the idea that a nonprofit with some kind of human trafficking related name or veteran related name is actually a feeder to donating to Donald Trump or Ted Cruz or any of these organizations. That I could potentially understand. But the repost about Michelle Obama, like that, unless you're trying to tell me you accidentally reposted it and you have no idea how it got there, like the entire point of that post is a transphobic, racist attack against Michelle Obama. Yeah. So it's hard. Yeah, fine print, it doesn't really apply to that scenario.
Well, let's see what she says, Alise, because maybe she can, explain and provide nuance to something that we
And I'm open to that.
And I'm open to that, too.
And I'm open to that.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody. And I immediately went to my page to see what was going on. Now, mind you, I'm not very computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button. And I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, I took that down and, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. I'm just not wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, this from me, that I would never do anything so disrespectful. And I would just never, I'm just not about hate or anything like that. If you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about, and I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys for, your love and your support and just taking the time to listen to me right now. I really, really appreciate that. And I love you guys. Thank you so much.
So in the spirit of your disclaimer at the top of the episode, where it's like, we have to bring our personal selves to these topics.
Yeah.
I do want to say that I have accidentally reposted stuff before.
Okay.
It's happened twice. One of them was recently. One of them was the day that me and someone I was entangled with called it off. And I did realize that I had reposted a reel of a kind of like sexy white girl dancing with the caption, "You'll forget about losing him in 30 minutes, but he'll be his most iconic fumble forever." And I accidentally reposted that. So that was tough.
I mean,
No, he follows. He could have gotten. He could have gotten a Pandalise reposted, and then it's that. I've thought about that a while. One time I also accidentally reposted a very, very earnest clip of the Claire Danes movie where she plays Temple Grandin, that woman, the autistic woman who made the thing for cows.
Oh.
It's for cows. She's a cowgirl.
Cowgirl.
But anyway, I reposted a very earnest clip from that once. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I do think an accidental repost can happen, but
here's what I'm gonna say. What are you gonna say? What's your but?
I am privately interested in earnest clips of the Temple Grandin Claire Danes movie, and I did need to be served some videos about how I'm gonna be this guy's most iconic fumble. So those reposts are embarrassing, not because I have no idea how those posts got into my feed.
Exactly.
It's because I accidentally reposted them and revealed my true nature publicly.
Yeah.
So my question is, why is the transphobic Michelle Obama post
even on your algorithm
feed in your algorithm? Because Instagram Reels really, the Instagram Reels algorithm is chaotic, but like they do serve me things that I want to see generally. I've never personally gotten, as someone who doesn't engage with conservative media in any way, shape, or form, served a random conservative reel if that's not something that I'm like interacting with in any way, shape, or form. I get served random liberal democratic political stuff because I do engage with that. So that's my one question. And then I guess my other question, like, as I'm watching it, a part of me wants to believe her, like, but then also I'm like, okay, but what are the organizations that you donated to that turned out to be this other thing? Because that's important information too.
Well, here's what, yes. So exactly, like Instagram, TikTok has the best algorithm because they figured you out. Like they figured all your niches out and then they will serve you different things. Instagram is pretty straightforward on like cause I'll get food stuff, curly hair stuff, clothing stuff. That's I'm getting all the time. And they're like, don't like, associate where like TikTok knows that I will sit through a custody hearing on Zoom. And like some random like, Chinese tea that makes you shit. That I'm
Instagram's giving me so many heatless curl videos every single day, and I appreciate them. But like, TikTok, the algorithm's a little bit more refined. Instagram, it is very like you've watched a video exactly like this before, or you've liked a video exactly like this before.
Exactly. So like, okay, you maybe accidentally reposted it, but it was on your feed. You were following Red Pill News. You don't just get it. Like maybe on Twitter, I'll see
most iconic fumble content is on my feed.
It's on your feed.
Sorry, I'm going through something and it's on my feed.
And even with conservative stuff, like if I see it on that's where I'll see it on Twitter. And even on Twitter, I'm only seeing if like somebody that I like has like quote tweeted it or whatever. Anyway, okay. So there's that. And then another thing that she was saying, she's like, I voted for the Obamas twice. That doesn't mean you're not MAGA, girl. A lot of people were Obama-Trump voters, and you're not negating that. You didn't say you voted for Hillary. You didn't say you voted for Kamala. You didn't say you don't believe in Trump. You didn't say you disagree with Trump's policies. You didn't say, like, you're saying a bunch of shit, whatever. And also, people are like, there are plenty of veteran organizations in this country that have nothing, that don't lead back to, like
Donald
the Wounded Warrior Project, whatever. So I think that's bullshit. I think maybe I could give, just to agree with you, like, I could give credence and space that, like, she didn't mean to repost it, which I'm just like, that's bullshit, whatever. But maybe she's not but like, does she believe in that shit? Like, well,
when I see her, because obviously, like, I recognize this person whose music I've enjoyed and stuff, and like I hear her talking, I'm like, I want to believe her.
Yeah.
But it's tough when you chip away at some of the like logic of what's being presented.
And I mean, maybe not anyone listening like a Grass Nation person, but like to random people, you're like, why does it even matter if Chili's MAGA? Why is this like such a big deal? First of all, like Chili and TLC are just such big figures in Black culture, Black American culture, Black culture in the 90s, like Black women, all this stuff. Like they are just iconic characters. And also right now, like they just announced that TLC and Salt and Pepper are co-headlining a tour because that's the only way that fucking artists can make money now is touring. And their opening act is En Vogue. These are 3 groups, and they're doing a 34-stop tour that starts in August and ends in October. And these are groups, again, very, very popular in the 90s, but all Black women groups. And here's the fucking thing. The only people that are fucking attending this shit, that are excited about this, are Black women, older Black women, and whatever. And just like the fact,
like probably Gen X and millennial Black women, aka like Kamala voters.
Yes, like, by a 93% margin, Kamala voters. By a 93% margin, Kamala voters. And look, people are like, well, why do politics matter? Blah, blah, blah. The door swings both ways. If you want to ban the NFL or Bud Light for Dylan Mulvaney, I would say, first of all, putting aside all the ICE shit, like the ICE shit and whatever, DEI in this country, diversity and equity and inclusion policies and law and affirmative action laws in this country were created because the private sector would not hire qualified people of color unless it was mandated by law. And you know who mandated it by law? The public sector. You know who is the number one sufferer of Trump's policies not number one. I mean, it's hard to say who's number one, but there are numerous reports that since Trump has been president, over 300,000 Black women in this country have lost their jobs. And because a lot of them are federal government employees. All this Doge stuff is cutting. They want to defund these big employers of Black American people, of the medical. They want to shrink the USPS, shrink the DMV, like these places that are legally fucking mandated to look at everybody equally. Because when they get rid of it, what happens? They hire unqualified white people like Pete Hegseth, like all this stuff, and they fuck up the economy. I mean, whatever. So, again, data suggests between at least 113,000 to over 300,000 in 2025, right? And Black women, even though Black women represent only 14% of the female workforce, Black women bore over 54% of the job losses during peak volatility months. So it's not just like, oh my God, like, it's not just like, oh my God, everyone's cancel culture. Oh my God, this and that. You cannot have a fan base of Black American women and fucking volunteer, vote, whatever. Somebody who's actively, tangibly making their life a million times harder in every single way.
Yeah.
Period.
Period. I mean, that's it. And it's like, I think it is a good point that you made, that it's like the door swings both ways. Yeah, like if Bud Light drinkers can get up in arms about Dylan Mulvaney and be like, we don't want Dylan Mulvaney to have one single specialty can, whatever, then people who would have originally gone on this tour who don't want to go on it can say like, no, I don't want to support someone who reposted a racist attack on the first Black First Lady of the United States, and like their explanation doesn't really account for why that was in their feed in the first place.
So, exactly. And so that's why people are pissed, is because the people that her active fan base and the people she wants to sell tour tickets to, and again, co-headline, that is something like co-headline is like, that's like an inside joke with these reunion pop tours, because they can't, it's the ego of both the groups of like, one is bigger than the other, so they're co-headlining it. So it's like, okay, try to convince Black women from Mobile, Alabama, from all over the South to come and fucking see your MAGA ass and all this. They're not going to. So then she posts these things, and then people start looking for receipts, and people found her donation shit, and people are like, it's not veterans, it's fucking something else. So I want you to read out some of the recipients of her donations. Okay. And this came out on Twitter. 17 donations, by the way.
WinRed?
Yes, it's WinRed. Like
WinRed. Oh,
yes. Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is WinRed? Okay. The Trump National Committee. Okay. Yeah. Never Surrender Inc. That sounds like a Trump thing.
Yeah.
Trump National Committee again. Trump National Committee again. Never Surrender Inc. again. WinRed again. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a mistake.
Yeah, okay. So now, Alise, in the spirit of keeping reading, I want you to read, because this is the shit that people are looking at after these fucking TMZ videos. People start looking at her follow list. Let's look at the follow list which includes Byron Donalds, who's like a Black conservative politician guy. Bryson Creates, also probably whatever. David Harris Jr. Do you know that meme of the Black guy that has on the plane that says like, who are you voting for, Joe Biden or the felon? And he like bubbles in the felon. Like there's this video of a Black guy on a plane wearing a pro-Trump shirt and like waiting for everyone to walk by. And he's like, yeah, what? Like, yeah, that's who she's following.
And I see here at the bottom, of course, Joy Villa, who
is that? Who is that, Alise?
She is this woman who I think, I mean, ostensibly she was a musician, but
She's a
now
singer,
I think her only claim to fame is that every year she gets invited to the Grammys and every year she wears like a MAGA gown or like an anti-abortion gown or like I think this started because she is a singer.
Yeah.
But really the thing she's famous for at this point is that she gets invited to the Grammys every year for some reason. And every year she wears some kind of weird conservative political statement gown.
Yes, exactly. So
cool.
Yeah, there's that. And let's look at her Twitter following now.
Tomi Lahren, Newsmax, Donald Trump Jr., Terrence K. Williams.
Yeah, so like,
yeah, we're getting a picture's being painted.
A picture is being painted, so she gets fucking roasted on Twitter. Again, this shit is like, people aren't seeing tangible, whether or not people can see, the Democratic Party in the United States suffers because people don't see tangible day-to-day like benefits of having Democratic leadership in power, right? That's what they say. We see the effects of Republicans in power in this country, especially if you're a Black woman. So people are pissed. Black Twitter's roasting her. One of TLC's biggest albums was this album called Crazy, Sexy, Cool. Mm-hmm. And they had a song called The Red Light Special. So I'll just let you, people are making memes. I'll show you my one meme. Alise, can you read this meme and tell me what you think?
Okay, this is from Charles J. Moore. And it's like a quote tweet. And it's a picture. It's like an image of Chili when she's younger. Yeah. Conservative, sad, kooky.
Yeah. So it's a remake of the Crazy, Sexy, Cool album cover. But instead of Crazy, Sexy, Cool, it's conservative, sad, kooky.
Sad, kooky. And then this person has retweeted it and said, Red Hat Special.
So there you go.
Yeah. The memes write themselves. It's a memes write themselves moment.
The memes write themselves. Yeah, I mean, any final thoughts on that before we have one more little curse content?
It's always the followers that get you because the followers was the first canary in the coal mine that J.K. Rowling was a TERF. I remember the first time I ever heard that term and like be used by her was people online were like, J.K. Rowling follows all these TERF accounts. And I was like, what? That's weird. And that was before she had ever said shit. Because my ears to the ground.
Yeah.
So that was like the first inkling. So you got to look at the followers. The followers will tell you a lot.
The followers will tell you a lot. You can try to deny, but like, fuck you. And like, good luck. Like, that's how everyone says that the only power is the dollar. And people vote with their dollar. And the thing is that you want to be conservative, that's fine. Look at how conservatives and, people treat Shabuzi in the country industry. Like, look at how they're treated. So it's like, it's a really tough place to be a Black artist that's conservative because, people don't, people on the left don't want to support you and people on the right are racist. So God bless. It's not an easy thing. And that's probably why she's backtracking.
Mm-hmm.
One last thing about the Chili thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I think. And this is my theory. Chili famously is dating Matthew Lawrence. One of the Lawrence brothers.
One of the Lawrence brothers, Matthew.
Yeah,
Lawrence.
The hot one. Okay. She's dating the hot one.
Oh, I remember Matthew.
She's dating the hot Lawrence brother. But Joey Lawrence is a huge conservative. He was in that anti-abortion John Voight movie.
Right. The
And
anti-abortion John
John
Voight
Voight
movie.
movie.
Of course.
So, methinks. And so, that was also something that I was thinking was like, he kind of has a MAGA allegations, Joey Lawrence. I don't know about Matthew, but Joey has pretty strong MAGA allegations.
Yeah. I'll play it.
Play it. But, so when I saw that Matt was getting with Chili, I was like, how is this going to work? Because he's the brother is kind of a Trumper and, not known to be like the most tolerant. And I'm like, wow, maybe it's infiltrated, maybe being around and again, I don't want to remove her agency because she is also clearly an idiot and whatever, but also
idiot allegations.
Idiot allegations. Idiot confirmed. $7 to Ted Cruz. Idiot confirmed. But that's my theory. I'm like, I think like there's some things where I'm like, everyone's being like too like cancel culture, this and that. I'm like, no, there are legs to this. There's too much evidence. And also the Joey Lawrence, Matt Lawrence of it all.
There's something there.
There's something there.
There's a pathway there.
There's a pathway
I agree
there.
with you. I agree with you.
Now we can end the segment.
Starting something new isn't just hard, it's terrifying. So much work goes into this thing that you're not entirely sure will work out, and it can be hard to make that leap of faith. Trust me, I know. When Millie and I started this podcast, we weren't even sure what we were doing. What if no one listens? What if I make a fool of myself? Now I know that we were right in believing in ourselves and launching our podcast despite all the fears and hesitations. It also helps when you have a partner like Shopify on your side.
I thought you
to
meant
help.
me. Oh, you mean Shopify. Okay.
And Millie as well.
Oh, yes. Get started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand style. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you and easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. Best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything, from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond.
It's time to turn those what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/GoTouchGrass. Go to shopify.com/GoTouchGrass. That's shopify.com/GoTouchGrass.
So, Alise,
Okay.
for our next segment, I think it's like cursed content, but also it's scam likely, I think.
Wow.
Remember that segment?
Yes.
Scam
We haven't done a
Likely.
scam likely in a while.
And again, this is our segment of the show where we talk about scams. And I think, Alise, in end of March, we got our contender for the 2026 Glasgow Willy Wonka experience.
Oh, I love when we get a Glasgow Willy Wonka experience, a Bridgerton Ball Detroit. I love this varietal.
The Baltimore Book Convention.
Right, yes. There's so many bad events.
And
Amazing.
Guess what? And this time we're talking about the Fort Lauderdale Barbie Dream Fest.
Oh, boy.
At the Broward County
boy.
Convention Center, baby. Yes! The Broward County Convention Center hosted Fort Lauderdale Barbie Dream Fest, Alise. Now, we already kind of know the patterns of this, right? Because we've categorized it as it's a scam likely. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you an advertisement before the event.
Right, of course.
And I'm going to do a trigger warning that this is a child influencer and who's clearly reading something, and you do feel bad for her.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show you a post from somebody at the event.
Okay.
So we're going to see, I'm going to show you the thing and also how much they were charging for this.
Okay, of course. That's also always very important.
Yeah. So this is from World of Skylar, and it's by a kid influencer called Skylar Blue. And her bio says South Florida mini CEO, fashion icon, lifestyle influencer. And she has about 100,000
followers.
Okay, I hate that,
So,
but
yeah,
sure.
you know,
Okay,
exactly.
cool. I hate that for that
Exactly.
little girl.
We hate this. So
Mini CEO,
mini
a
CEO,
child.
Alise.
She's a little
So
girl.
here we
Okay.
go. Here's the advertisement for Barbie Dream Fest, Fort Lauderdale. I do have to mention Fort Lauderdale in it.
Yeah, no, that's important. That's extremely important.
I just had the dreamiest of dreams, but realized it was a dream come true. The first ever Barbie Dream Fest is in my hometown of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, from March 27th through the 29th. 3 days of unforgettable experiences. And there's going to be some special guests, including Serena Williams and Angel Reese, an interactive Barbie dream house, a roller rink, and a glam bar, and so much more. Get your tickets now at BarbieDreamFest.com. See you there!
We're just putting a blanket. I hate that little girl is making this and that she's a mini CEO, whatever. I hate all of that.
And kid influencers or
kid influencer, whatever. Serena Williams and Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Like, this is a star. What? these are big stars.
Yeah. So, exactly. So it seems like it's kind of giving like Museum of Ice Cream, like live exhibits and also talks.
I would also think like, because Barbie is obviously a trademarked name, like if I saw this, I would assume that Mattel was actually involved in this in some way.
And again, here's the flyer we can look at. And it says Barbie Dream Fest, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 27 to 29.
Yeah, and it's like the Barbie logo too.
Yeah. The ultimate Barbie fan event, unforgettable experiences, interactive dream house, Impala roller rink, Dynacraft bike force, Totally Hair glam bar, photo ops, doll exhibitors, exclusive merch, Beyond the Stars exhibit, limited possibilities, inspiring panels, Dream Flow yoga, Ultimate Barbie's fashion show, hands-on crafts, and the Michaels Party Zone.
Yeah, branded Michaels Party Zone. It has the Michaels logo on it. Okay.
And this is the pricing we're getting.
Okay, let me see. Price list. Day pass, adult $66.83 per person, including fees. Retail $72. Day pass, child $29.62 per person, including fees. Retail $33. General pass, adult $143.15 per person. General pass, child $75.41 per person. Pink pass, $238.55 per person. Dream pass, $429.35 per person. And it does, and then it's more like information on here. It doesn't say what the Dream Pass or the Pink Pass gets you.
Yeah, so it gets you like merch, like and like entrance for all 3 days, and like a nice gift box and maybe like a VIP place.
Okay, and like I would think I'm getting a nice like limited edition Barbie or some shit if I'm doing that. That's what I would think.
So, Alise, I mean.
So I would say the pricing is not exorbitant if the event was what it claims to be, which obviously it's not going to be. So I would say like a $75 ticket is not so crazy if it's delivering this like fantastical world of Barbie stuff.
Yeah. So then we get this post from, hey, it's Alexandra. And it says, the caption says, on TikTok, right? It says, no way I'm bashing, but this was just false advertisement on so many levels. Part 1. We're getting multiple parts here. Multiple parts here. So let's see what Hey Alexandra said about Barbie Dream Fest.
I'm not one to complain, and usually I just suck it up. But at this Barbie Dream Fest, it said it opened at 9. We weren't let in till 9:45, and vendors were still arriving and setting up shop. Once we finally got in, it was very underwhelming. The space was huge, and there was just so much emptiness.
Y'all, what? But let's do it for the kids.
This was their 80s roller skating rink, which was tiny and had no lights. There was no way any adults would have been able to skate in there. This was their Barbie dream house, a cardboard standing box with a VW wagon. It would have been nice, but the doors were closed, so you couldn't even go inside of it. As you can see, everything else was just spread out, open, very empty, very scarce, and it was just fee after fee. Y'all, we came to this because it was so hyped online. It was, a bunch of vendors. They made it seem like there was so much to do. This is a huge space, okay, at the Broward Convention Center. It is empty. Empty, okay? Even some of the things, like, you have to pay for everything extra. So we paid for $70 a ticket to get in, $20 to pay for parking, and then on top of that, you're paying for a picture. You're paying for every little thing at every little vendor. Come on now, like, this is what you get for free. This. To clarify, you are able to roller skate for free. You are able to ride the bikes for free. You can go to the Michaels vendor and you are able to take a picture. They print it for you and you can decorate your own frame for free. Michaels saved the day for this event because it was not worth what we paid for, and I recommend you do not go.
Ooh, I mean, this is classic. Yeah, it's like a almost completely empty convention center. Everything looks like they ordered it on Amazon yesterday.
Yeah.
Cardboard cutouts galore. I think having any extra fees, unless it's for like a super premium experience, is just totally bullshit with something like this. Like, that's... And when you say Barbie, like, don't invoke Barbie if you're not going to deliver. I don't know. I feel like it's like, why get the biggest convention center? They maybe could have gotten a smaller hall or something different and filled it more. But it's like these people, I feel like this is a staple of this stuff too, is that people don't conceptualize what it actually takes to fully dress a space for an event. And so
you have to do the floors. You have to do the floors.
Yeah, it's like you have to think about lighting. You have to think about all of this stuff. Like it actually, to make a huge space like that feel full and exciting takes a lot. And I think these people are just like, we'll get it. It's huge. And then it's like, okay, are you going to fill it? Are you going to be able to make it look exciting when people walk in? Or are people going to walk in and it looks like a mostly empty convention center and they're immediately pissed off?
On the scale of scams, it's not as terrible. Like, there's no AI component to the, like, they don't have a 300-page script, like all of that. And Michaels, from what I've gathered, Michaels did show up and they did, like, again, people like the Michaels booth. So there was like one, but for fucking $70, I'm gonna charge $70. No, you gotta pick that for free, and then everything you can pay. But if
also, I feel like it's weird to me to have that Barbie and Mattel would actually be behind putting together such a shoddy event, and like there's no Barbie. Like, I didn't see any Barbies around.
They have the Barbie logo, and like online it looked like because I saw the advertisement and stuff, so I'm like, they have something, but
yeah, but I just am like, there's no way that Mattel was behind this event, because Mattel could fill out, if Mattel wanted to do a Barbie festival, they could fill out that Broward County space immediately. They could pull. They own the fucking Barbie movie. Like, they could have an exhibit of costumes from the Barbie movie. Like, I've been to the Barbie museum. That's the actual real Barbie museum. Mattel knows how to turn it the fuck out. So I think there's something very weird here happened even with the licensing of the name Barbie, because it makes no sense.
I don't know, but they got big people. They got Angel Reese. I don't know if
So was she actually there?
I don't know, but I know that like one of the other names, Emily Calandrelli, she didn't show up because her.
But was Serena Williams there?
Serena Williams. I don't know if Serena Williams went to Barbie Dream Fest. I'm gonna look it up because she said that she was gonna go. So, but then
they were in that little girl's ad.
Serena Williams receives inaugural Barbie Dream Fest Icon Award.
She attended.
She showed up.
Okay, well, this is very confusing. We need to watch this space because I'm very confused about how this came to be and like how Mattel could drop the ball on something like this, because it seems like something they could knock out of the park actually quite easily. and would make them a lot of money if it was good.
You got to put in floors. You got to put in seal. Like it needs. You actually just need
You
a
need
fucking
lighting,
tent.
like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing to fill a convention center. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of something that's a whole thing, it's time for our final segment, Grasshole of the Week. This is our segment where we talk about the people, organizations, commenters, celebrities, etc., who need to log off the most. Today, I'm very excited for us to talk about the cops who tried to take on Afroman.
Wow.
Okay, so over the last week, clips of Afroman, the rapper best known for his 2000 hit Because I Got High.
Real.
Clips of Afroman have been going viral because he has been testifying in a defamation case that was brought against him by police officers in Adams County, Ohio, where he lives. And these clips, we're going to go through all of them. They're very funny, but you may have seen them because it's Afroman. Afroman obviously has an afro. He's wearing these like very reflective sunglasses, and he's wearing this American flag suit to testify.
American flag suit by Temu, if I ever saw one.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are producing these at like a super high quality an American flag suit, but he did get an American flag suit that is head to toe American flags. So, how did we get here? Why is Afroman being sued by the Adams County, Ohio Police Department? Well, I got to take you all the way back to August 21st, 2022. This was the day that Adams County deputies raided Afroman's home while investigating him on drug and kidnapping charges. I'll say right now, none of those charges went anywhere. Like nothing was found that would connect Afroman to any of these serious things. So the search turned up no evidence, and you can see this on security footage that Afroman has from inside his own home because Afroman has cameras all over his home. They basically like busted down his door, fucked up his house, did this huge crazy raid where they like tore down a bunch of things and just made a huge mess. According to him, they damaged his property, mishandled cash during the search, and then he claims that they stole $400 from him.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but there's also like this outside review where they come back and they're like, no, the money was miscounted. So like technically that was looked into and they say that like whatever, but you know, yeah.
Yeah, $400 like they $400 went missing and they say no one can say if they took it or not.
Stole it or not, but yeah. So but Afroman feels strongly that they stole it. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So this happens. Afroman's obviously pissed. He tries to get them to pay for the damages. The police department won't pay for the damages. So he starts using the security footage that we just talked about that he has from all around his home of the day of the raid to release songs and music videos where he goes after the Adams County Police Department for how they handled the raid and a variety of other personal issues. So all of this gets compiled eventually into an album called Lemon Pound Cake. And the most famous track and music video from this entire saga is also called Lemon Pound Cake. We're going to listen to like a little bit of it right now, but for the listeners, the reason that this is called Lemon Pound Cake is because in the video that you see here, basically one of the officers who has like busted down Afroman's door, you see him stare longingly at a piece of lemon pound cake that is on Afroman's counter. Like you can tell he's kind of thinking about like, am I going to eat a piece of this pound cake as well as, busting up this entire house for no reason on trumped up charges of bizarre origin.
Yeah.
So with that, Millie, we are going to watch a clip of Lemon Pound Cake.
Let's do it.
We have to. And it's actually going to be delightful. It's actually going to be delightful.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what?
Okay, I mean, that's pretty much what you need to see and hear from that. The classic Afroman style. Millie, your reaction to the music video?
I mean, yeah, he made a diss track. And I think like Afroman said at the time that like, they came in, they fucked up his house, they didn't say sorry, they pulled a gun on his kids, like he made it into content. I will say, you see Afroman now, he dyed his fro and he dyed his beard.
Afroman is leaning in. He actually is making no qualms. Like, he talks about it in the trial that he's like, this has raised my profile enormously.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting a ton of followers from this. So Afroman, I mean, he'll say it later, but he's being a sport.
Yeah.
So, okay. Basically, Afroman puts out all these music videos and all of these songs. I'm going to read the track list for Lemon Pound Cake on Spotify, but this track list actually doesn't include all of the songs, and kind of the most dicey of the songs are not on the official Lemon Pound Cake album for the most part.
Some of them are like E.
Yeah, no, we'll get into that. But the track list for Lemon Pound Cake on Spotify is 1, The Police Raid. 2, Lemon Pound Cake. 3, Why You Disconnecting My Video Camera. 4, I'ma Have a Good Time. 5, Sign My Titties. 6, Wet Tight Energy. 7, Had Hard Ass Dick. Dick is spelled D-I-C-C. 8, I Need Money Sign. 9, Will You Help Repair My Door? 10, 48 Hours. 11, It's All Right. 12, Holding On. 13, It Never Works. And 14, Some Days When Your Life is Hard. Now, this little addendum is from NPR. Afroman also posted memes and sold merchandise satirizing the incident and the people involved. Common themes range from poking fun at the deputies' appearances, comparing them to Family Guy's Peter Griffin and Quasimodo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Not Quasimodo.
To more serious allegations of extramarital affairs and pedophilia among department members. And one song called Lick 'em Low Lisa, I will say,
I didn't like that one.
Afroman goes a little too far on Lick 'em Low Lisa. He basically writes this song where he claims that Deputy Sheriff Lisa Phillips is a trans lesbian who performs oral sex on the wives of his fellow officers.
Okay.
We've crossed a bit of a line.
We can't support you on that one. You're on your own with that one. We were with you until this, but whatever. But, the track list was powerful.
The cops are the ultimate grassholes, but I'm not going to say there's no grassholery from Afroman.
We're a fair institution.
We're fair, and I'm going to say I don't think it was right for him to put out that song where he said that lady eats out
all of her
co-workers' wives. I don't think that's right.
And the music video with an actress that looks like that lady.
Yeah, so that's the other thing
either.
Is he uses video footage from the stuff. So he's got footage of her. He's got an actress who looks like her. We went a little too far with Lick 'em Low Lisa. That's what I'm going to say. But in general, this is what happens. Afroman takes the footage. The police department has decided they won't pay for the damages, which they do bust down his door. They do have weapons in the video. They do mess a bunch of stuff up.
They broke a gate.
Yeah, they broke a bunch of stuff and for no reason because he's guilty of nothing. So he did all of this. 1, he said because he wanted to tell his story. And 2, because he needed money to repair the damages to his fucking house that they did because the police department won't repair the damages. So basically, he puts out all these music videos. I can't find the original. I only have the numbers of where these videos are at now. But I would say, like, it goes niche viral, and then obviously it's going viral within the community of Adams County, Ohio.
Yeah.
And, like, it's certainly people on the larger internet notice. Like, there are interviews from the time. It's not going unnoticed. But it's not, like, a level of virality where we're talking about it on Go Touch Grass.
No, and I think, like, the important thing to know about Afroman is that I think he grew up in LA, but, like, since he's had his fame, he's always had niche fame. He's even though he's not, like, huge, like, he'll always do, like, again, these nostalgia concerts and stuff, and he's able to live, like, a really comfortable to nice life. But he basically bought this ranch in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, and, like, from what I've heard, from my understanding, it's like a pretty racist, like very white conservative part of Ohio with not a lot going on. So, like, he feels like he was targeted for that, but also in that same thing of, like, something getting 10,000 views in this small town, it will rock it. You know what I mean? And,
Well,
like,
yeah,
these people
exactly.
aren't used to any kind of heat at all.
Exactly. So basically what happens is the deputies who are on camera, basically involved in this, sue Afroman for invasion of privacy, intentional infliction of emotional distress, unauthorized use of likeness, and commercial exploitation. And they want the removal of all the content and $3.9 million in damages from Afroman.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And they won't pay to repair his door.
Yeah.
So here's where the grassholery comes in, because we have another case of the Streisand effect, basically. Because what these officers didn't really account for is, number one, that Afroman knows how to go viral and get attention on the internet in a way that obviously these officers are not prepared for. But number two, what they've actually started with this case is a very interesting First Amendment case that actually has the potential to, like, establish some important things. Because this footage Afroman used that they're trying to challenge and say, like, invasion of privacy, all this stuff, this was recorded in his own home while these officers were in the execution of a search warrant and performing their official duties as officers. So it brings up all these questions of, like, do government officials have privacy rights while conducting official actions inside someone else's home?
Yeah.
If a homeowner captures footage, can it be used in commentary, art, and protest as part of their First Amendment rights? So these officers are, like, so mad about these YouTube videos that they end up launching a case with, like, genuinely interesting constitutional implications. So there's, like, a legal Streisand effect that's happened. So this was, like, a roundup from this place called the Pinnachin Law Firm, who did, like, a blog about this. The Afroman lawsuit sits at the intersection of 1, Fourth Amendment rights, protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. 2, First Amendment protections, freedom of speech and artistic expression. 3, right of publicity, whether someone's likeness can be used in commercial works without consent. 4, qualified immunity and government authority, the protection afforded to law enforcement officers while performing official duties. It's not just about a music video. It's about constitutional boundaries, and courts take those boundaries pretty seriously. Why this matters beyond celebrity headlines? It's easy to dismiss cases like this as entertainment news. That would be a mistake, because the underlying issue is simple. When government actors enter your home, they carry immense power. That power is supposed to be balanced by constitutional safeguards. When citizens believe those safeguards were ignored, civil rights litigation becomes the mechanism for accountability. And when government officials believe their rights were violated in return, civil court becomes the arena for that fight. The courtroom, not social media, is where the lines are drawn. So I was like, okay. So it's like they actually initiated kind of a serious case against Afroman without even realizing it. So that gets us to the trial. As I mentioned, the trial starts to go viral immediately. Number one, because Afroman is wearing this
crazy
outfit.
suit,
So if you see a clip, even if you can't recognize Afroman on site necessarily, if you see a clip of a guy in court who has a super nice fro, reflective sunglasses, and a full American flag suit, that to me is going to stop you in the feed. Even if you don't know that's Afroman, you're going to say, I want to know more about this.
Yeah.
So that starts happening. And then people start looking more into the case and finding all these things. And basically, while Afroman comes extremely correct in terms of his legal case, but the officers who show up are almost wholly unprepared to defend themselves.
Yeah.
In a comical way. So this is the creator, Reb Maisel. She got really popular on TikTok. She is a lawyer and she does these things like called iconic court transcripts. But now she's become more of like a legal influence, I would say. In general, I like her stuff. I think she's funny. This is her talking about just like one particular moment of the Afroman trial. And I think it sums up a lot of like why this shit went viral in the way that it did.
This is my impression of the attorney representing the police officers who are suing Afroman right before they testify at trial. Hey guys, so just a reminder before you get on the stand, okay, and testify under oath, one of the claims that we're bringing against Afroman, aka Joseph Foreman, is defamation, okay, right, defamatory claim. One of the essential elements of that, stay with me, whoa, we're getting distracted here, look at me up, okay? Don't get distracted, okay? I promise you'll be able to go to the shooting range after this, okay? Right. So one of the essential elements of a claim of defamation is that the statement you are alleging is defamatory must be untrue. It must be a false statement. It is our burden, yes, yours, ours and yours, mine and yours, everything's mine and yours, to prove that. We have to prove that it's false. We have to prove that it's false, okay? Has to be false. Yes, thank you. I knew you were gonna ask that. The words false statement and defamatory statement, two different things. Okay, defamatory means tending to damage your reputation, et cetera, et cetera. False means it's untrue. So when you get on the stand, we gotta make sure to emphasize that this is untrue.
You're claiming that is the defamation statement is that he said he had sex with your wife?
Yes.
And that's painted you in a false light?
It's caused tremendous pain in my life.
I'll get to that. We have to go through false light first. So does it paint you in a false light?
Yes, that my wife is cheating on me with Mr. Foreman.
But we all know that's not true, correct?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't know if your wife's cheating on you or not?
You want to go there?
No, I just want to ask that question because you said we don't know.
I've been with that woman since middle school.
I know.
I would hope she wouldn't. But you know what? Once somebody puts it out there for their fun and entertainment.
And if that wasn't good enough for you, right before closing arguments, Afroman called one of the officers' ex-wives to the stand to testify in his defense about how, no, wasn't harmful. No, they were joking about it. No pain and suffering.
That's insane.
So, again, number one, this has so many elements that make it primed for going viral. One, Afroman in general, his demeanor, his look, him wearing the suit. The fact that there are funny songs associated with it. And then we have something else the internet loves, which is incompetent local police
officers, yeah.
Like, that is catnip to the internet as well. And, like, funny trial clips. The internet loves a funny trial clip. So we've got this clip where the guy says he doesn't know if Afroman's sleeping with his wife. As Reb talked about, Afroman eventually calls this man's wife to the stand because he tries to be like, he basically tries to be like, it led to my divorce, that all of the fallout from this. And she's like, no, I divorced him because he's crazy. And like, I actually have a temporary restraining order against him and it has nothing to do with any of this. So it's like, they're completely unprepared to deal with any of this stuff. Here's another moment from that same officer that is also just, okay? This guy, I don't know what this guy was thinking.
But it's also like a sign of arrogance to show up not prepared. And that,
exactly.
Like, how could anybody dare me or like, yeah, we're going to ask him for $3 million and not think that we're going to have to pay. But like, it goes back to this, small town mentality. And it's like, and what a lot of people are speculating is that like, they're probably used to getting away with a lot of shit in a little small town. But the rest of the world is not like that. The rest of the country ain't like that.
No, that's part of the like schadenfreude of it, is you can so clearly see that these guys were like, we're going to bust down the eccentric black guy's door because he's rich and we want to mess with him. And we have some weird thing about drugs. So we're just going to go to his house and bust down his door and terrorize his family. And we're going to do whatever. And because we can do that and we can do that to whoever. And then they think, whatever, this is our jury. This is our fucking judge.
Yeah.
We'll go to court and we'll sue him. And so they
And he
show
can't
up
do nothing about
unprepared.
it.
And he can't do anything about it. And it's like, well, actually they can. And you're going to look really stupid on the stand. So here's another example of literally that same officer looking extremely stupid on the stand.
And when they call you a son of a bitch, that would be an opinion?
I'd assume that would be an opinion.
Okay. Because there's no way we can prove whether you're a son of a bitch or not.
Nah, she's been dead for years.
I'm sorry. I am sorry about your mother on that. I am. But you would agree, though, that when someone calls someone a son of a bitch, it's not necessarily a statement of fact. It's more a statement of opinion or a description of a person.
Sure.
Okay. The same thing with being called, I think it's Gomer Pyle.
Yes.
Okay. No one would think you're Gomer Pyle from the movie?
Obviously, that's a character in a movie.
Yeah. But you're not that person?
No.
This may sound stupid, but you've been a law enforcement officer for a long time, correct?
Yes.
You've been called many derogatory names, correct?
Over the years, yes.
You've been called a son of a bitch before, correct?
Not published, but yes.
Okay. You've been called other things even worse, correct?
I'm sure over the years I've been called many things.
It would be fair to say that during those years people probably said bad things about you and your family also.
You know, I honestly can't remember bad things being said to my family, but I can remember bad things being done to them.
Do you believe everything you read on the internet?
No.
Do you believe everything you read in the newspaper?
No.
You probably tell your kids, don't believe everything you hear, right?
Especially now.
So again, like just totally unprepared to testify in his own behalf. As the other creator said, like the point is to try to prove that this stuff is not true and harmed you.
Yeah.
And he ends up just backing himself into a corner. Meanwhile, this is how Afroman is representing himself.
All of this is their fault. If they hadn't have wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
Is that right? Is that right, Mr. Foreman?
Yes, for tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
You remember in your deposition when I asked you, why did you bring the news when you picked up the money?
Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around my house with AR-15. So that's why I brought the news and my attorney.
Okay, so there we go. Again, so Afroman is like totally on message in terms of how he's defending himself. And he's like, it's my First Amendment right to do this. They came into my house. They're on my security system because they busted my door down. And I used my art to try to raise money for the damages that they fucking created. So, you know, basically we have internet catnip, as we already said. This starts going mega fucking viral. Now, these officers who were so mad about these videos, which prior to the trial were not massively viral, are way more so. Lemon Pound Cake now has 3.8 million views on YouTube. Like, and then I'm gonna show you just some of the comments on the video. This is the first comment on Lemon Pound Cake right now with 22,000 upvotes. This is from Adam Lumos. I'd like to thank the Adams County Sheriff Department for introducing me to this song. Then the next one is by Zach Zaka. 19,000 upvotes. The trial was the best publicity Afroman has had in 26 years. Then we've got The Perspective Dude, 14,000 upvotes. Had they never taken him to court, I never would have known of this song. And now, to top it all off, they fucking lost. The officers lost. So after a 3-day trial, the jury sided squarely with Afroman, saying that lemon pound cake is protected free speech. Afroman is triumphant. Afroman reigns supreme. Millie, final thoughts on the Afroman trial. What did we learn here today?
We learned a lot, Alise. We learned, like, it is, again, that story that's like, man defeats powerful police in small town. I'd watch a movie of this, like, kind of, whatever, and they thought they can get away with it, and they didn't. Also, like, Afroman is really good at the internet. He's making trolley songs. Some of them were funny. Some of them went too far. Like, but, like, even the ones that went too far, like, they can't do anything about that because of, and it is, like, Afroman squarely said, it's all your fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you didn't do this, and also, if they were like, listen, sorry, we did make a mistake, our bad, here's $5,000 to fix it, or this and that, it wouldn't have, but like, they chose the way that, like, and now it's even worse. So whatever, I will say, like, it's moments like this that make me proud to be an American because, and this is the shit that Trump wants to and actively is fighting against and suppressing, is like making it hard for people to fight against the government or making it hard so that people feel like they are not empowered. And this is the shit where I'm like, no, you can't fucking come in my house and do whatever you want and you will get consequences and all that. And, Afroman is cool and the branding is great and I love Because I Got High. He does have MAGA allegations, but you know what? Whatever.
I'll play the sound.
Yeah.
We'll play the sound. That's all we can get into with that.
But you know what?
But you know what? The bottom line is, it actually would have been a really bad precedent if Afroman had lost. So it's actually really good that he won because, again, if he had lost, what it would be saying is that if you film officers in your own home executing a search warrant in a fucked up way, you can't, like, use that footage yourself. It's defamation to use that footage. That's totally fucked. So, officers who sued Afroman for the crime of being so scared that you were going small town viral that you brought national virality and go touch grass attention upon yourselves.
Wow.
We must say, go touch grass. And that's our episode.
And that's our episode. We did it again.
We did it again.
That's all for our show. Follow us at Go Touch Grass Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Follow me at Millie_Ramirez on TikTok and on Instagram.
You can follow me at Pandalise on Instagram, at Alise Navidad on TikTok. Maybe you'll catch me accidentally reposting things about being his most iconic fumble.
Oh my God.
Before I notice,
but not about Michelle Obama.
Nothing. You won't catch me. I'm not going to be reposting racist stuff about Michelle Obama because I don't get fed racist stuff about Michelle Obama. But I might repost kind of like two earnest things about being like a little bit hurt that a situationship ended.
And that's your right. And that's your right as an American.
You can hear more about that on the $10 Patreon. You can hear more about that.
Yes.
on my repost. But until next time,
go
touch grass.
Go Touch Grass is created and hosted by Alise Morales and Millie Tamarez.
And our theme song is by Doug Wydick.
You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil, Born Again. And iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.